My name is Andrew Moxey. I'm a freelance agricultural economist. Once upon a time I was an academic, then I spent time as a senior civil servant for the Scottish Executive, but I'm freelance now and I undertake work on policy analysis mainly for public sector clients. The issue of public goods from rural land management has been rising up the political agenda for some time now. It's been thrown into stark relief by Brexit, but it has been bubbling there for a number of decades. And this conference is very timely because we have to resolve how we're going to do this. There's a lot of rhetoric about public money for public goods, but we're not quite sure what that means or how you work through the detail of it. And there is a number of challenges here. One is a challenge of imagination, if you like, to say, well, people were worried about agricultural land abandonment, for example. Well, the land may not be used for agriculture anymore, but it will be used for something else. And the trick is, well, how can you get an income stream to maintain the land managers there, to maintain rural communities, rural economies? Now, imagination also stretches to what are the instruments that you can use here, and there's a variety. Some may require regulation, which we use in other contexts. Some are about how do you actually pay money to land managers. And the issues around that are, what are we going to pay for? How do we have the decision-making process to prioritise between different public goods, whether it's carbon sequestration or biodiversity or cultural heritage? The other is around what freedom do we have to do that, because escaping from the CAP via Brexit doesn't get us out from the WTO rules, which actually limit us to costs incurred and income forgone. And maybe we need to be a bit more imaginative about how we define those terms, but also maybe we need to be more imaginative about saying, well, which bit of the WTO rules do we wish to operate under here? The devil is in the detail, however, on this, because public money for public goods, who could disagree? Budgets are not infinite. Governments have competing demands. We fully expect some of that funding to be reduced by Treasury. There are issues around how we replace that. And there are issues around how are we actually going to do this, and it is going to take time to come to that. So there's much more thinking required.